Hello everyone, welcome to Cyberscoop TV. Greg Otto, your managing editor here. We're coming to you from the 2017 Black Hat USA conference, and I'm with Mark Butler, the CISO for Qualys. Mark, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Greg. Glad to be here.
So, we've been hearing a lot of conversations on the floor. I've been having some conversations that have this sort of divide, and I know that you've heard the same things, where we have the security industry and the security practitioners, and they seem to be butting heads. So how do we get it to a point where we can meet in the middle and everybody's kind of working in harmony?
Right, so thanks, Greg, for that intro. What we're seeing from an industry standpoint is not only is there a little bit of disparity between the products and services that are in the market, what does the actual security professional need?
Okay.
Right, to be able to see what's in their environment, to be able to take action when necessary, to be able to understand the risks within their business. And there's a lot of tools, there's a lot of features that may be being sold as products,
okay,
but they may not even be a solution yet. Right, so we're seeing disparity between research, academia, innovative thoughts, which all need to develop into a solution and a platform and a capability to enable the security professionals to understand what they have, to risk assess what they have, and then be able to take action in a timely manner. So at Qualys, what we're focused on is visibility, understanding your risks, and being able to take those actions from a single platform.
Okay.
And be able to simplify your environment, optimize your spend, and be able to turn around to the business and say, I understand what I have, I understand where it's at, whether it's in the cloud, whether it's on-premise, whether it's a digital transformation effort, whether it's a new product or service being innovated and in a new consumer channel. But regardless of what's driving that initiative and what's driving that business imperative, the risk posture and the risk analysis and the risk response has to come together as a solution and as a package. And what we're seeing when we talk to CIOs and CISOs, they're rationalizing this whole process of, okay, I have 30, 40, 50 security vendors in my environment. There's 2,500 in the market. I'm only going to go forward with a lower number that makes sense, right? And I need to figure out who my go forward platforms are. I need to figure out who my go forward vendors are and who's going to help me simplify my environment and make sure I'm spending the limited time and resources and money that I have in the right areas for the best business benefits. So there's that whole rationalization process, and part of it's solution analysis, part of it's vendor management, part of it's strategy. But at the end of the day, if we're not getting the data and the value out of the solutions, we're not helping ourselves from a security posture.
So let's talk about that business imperative that you were talking about. Security practitioners often have to deal with the how when it comes to threats. How is this going to affect my environment? But when they go to the C-suite is normally involved in the why are we being attacked and what are we going to do about it. Right. So when it comes to threat intelligence and what organizations are seeing from a security perspective, how can we translate that into actionable intelligence for the C-suite in the boardroom? Is it just a focus on risk, or are there other elements to it to focus on as well?
Right, so the mature security team has already looked at where's my highest risk assets, where's my highest revenue producing product or service, what's that pipeline look like, what's the workflow, the inputs and outputs, and they've done that risk analysis, but what's missing from the security solution area is the overlay of that business view on top of the security data, right? So that context of this is my most critical revenue producing pipeline or supply chain or workflow, this is where my crown jewels and my revenue streams come from, and being able to illustrate that to a board is different than a set of security data within a tool set, right? So that translation of security data says posture, risks, threats, vulnerabilities, et cetera, but rolling that up into here's my digital innovation initiative, here's my new consumer channel product, right? And here's the infrastructure that supports it as a program. Those conversations need to be happening at a business level where the security data is a baseline and a foundation to work from. And when we talk to boards, they care about, are we spending enough? They don't want to overspend.
Right.
Am I spending in the right areas? And am I on par with my competitors from a capability standpoint? I don't want to be way overextended, but I also want to be equitable from an investment capability, risk analysis, and we don't give enough credit to the board's ability and the leadership's ability to make those risk trade-offs.
Okay.
So I think the security professionals are trying to overextend themselves and make risk decisions that they may not need to. We actually need to engage the business, and they are experts at making business risk trade-off decisions. And
Right.
we need to help them make those and not suggest or prejudge or pre-evaluate what those decisions need to be.
I was going to say, let's talk about those decisions a little bit more, because when you're talking about a business and purchasing something for the good of a business, it's often, well, why are we spending money if we're not going to use it? When it comes to cybersecurity, that's what happens. You try to be proactive, and if you're not breached, well, then it's almost like a sunk cost.
Right.
So
Right.
how, does the thinking need to change there a little bit in how cybersecurity works over the course of the entire business portfolio?
I think it does need to change. I
Okay.
mean, there's a cost of doing business, there's a cost of being on the grid, the cost of leveraging the internet and providing your consumer-based products and services. But the discussion really should be around, how do I secure not only my revenue streams, but how do I ensure that I can expand that when I need to, because the business may want to invest more, but they don't have the confidence that we can scale and we can grow and we can audit and we can prove that newly expanded environment is going to meet everybody's expectations. So a lot of times the business is ready and willing to engage farther than the security teams think they might be, because they're focused on the wrong set of data. They're not focused on enabling another tier of service or another product. They're focused on micromanaging maybe a legacy environment, or looking at data that's not really related to innovation and delivering new value for the business.
Great. Mark, appreciate your insight. Thanks for speaking with us today.
Thank you, Greg.
For all of our videos, check out our YouTube channel, and for more on Black Hat and all things cybersecurity, check out cyberscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.